guy screaming the loudest is usually the brokest. See that Gucci belt? That brand new BMW? Statistics say he's 2 paychecks from eviction. Real wealth whispers. Real wealth doesn't need your attention because the bank account already has its own. I used to think rich meant buying expensive things. I was an idiot. Rich means buying freedom. Here are 7 things I stopped buying that changed everything. Number 1. Brand new cars. This is the #1 wealth assassin in America. You drive it off the lot, it loses 20%. In 60 seconds. You just set $10,000 on fire before you got to the first stoplight. Rich people let you pay that. They buy the same car 3 years later for half price, while you're still making payments on a depreciating asset. Stop driving your future into the ground. Number 2. Lottery tickets. I call this the hope tax. Poor people spend hundreds a year on a 1 in 300 million shot at being saved. They're buying a fantasy because they've given up on their reality. Rich people don't bet on luck, they bet on math. $20 a week on scratch-offs? That's $1,000 a year. Put that in the S&P 500 instead. 30 years later, that's not a maybe. That's a guaranteed $100,000. You're gambling away your retirement. Number 3. Fast fashion. There's a difference between style and trends. Poor people chase trends. They buy garbage that falls apart after 3 washes just to look current on Instagram. Rich people buy quality. 1 pair of boots that lasts 10 years instead of 10 pairs that last 1 year. There's an old saying, I'm too poor to buy cheap things. When you buy cheap, you buy twice. Your closet is a graveyard of wasted money. Number 4. Credit card interest. This is the trap that keeps you enslaved. If you're paying 20% interest on sneakers, those shoes cost you double. You're working extra hours of your life just to pay the bank for the privilege of owning Jordans. Rich people use credit cards for points. Poor people use credit cards as loans. If the cash isn't in your account right now to pay it off, you can't afford it. Period. Number 5. The latest tech upgrade. Your iPhone 14 works perfectly. But the 15 drops and suddenly you feel poor. Tech companies spend billions making you feel like your perfectly good life is outdated. Rich people stay rich because they don't upgrade until it breaks. Warren Buffett uses an old phone. He's not trying to impress the Apple genius. He owns Apple stock. Be the owner, not the consumer. Number 6. Convenience. I call this the lazy tax. Pre-cut fruit, Uber Eats, bottled water. You're paying 400% markup because you're too lazy to slice a melon. Rich people value time, but they don't light money on fire for things they can do in 30 seconds. Wealth is built in the margins. Stop paying the lazy tax and you give yourself an instant raise. Number 7. This is the most dangerous one. Validation. This is the root of all the others. Poor people buy things to impress people they don't even like. The big house, the flashy watch, the designer bag. Why? To tell the world, I made it. But here's the secret nobody tells you. Nobody cares. When someone sees you in a Ferrari, they don't think, wow, that guy's cool. They think, wow, I would look cool in that. They're thinking about themselves, not you. You're just a prop in their fantasy. Real wealth is not needing to prove you're wealthy. I stopped buying these 7 things and started buying my freedom, my time, my sanity, my future. Comment freedom if you're cutting one of these out today. And if you want to know exactly where I put that money instead to build actual wealth, hit subscribe. The next video breaks down the entire strategy. Don't stay broke trying to look rich. I'll see you in the next one.